Public service announcement. My name is Dr. Brooke Goldner from Goodbye Lupus, and I was alarmed when I was looking at my news feature today, and it made me want to let you know what to look out for when you're reading any kind of articles about something that seems maybe too good to be true or to go against what you know as science. So I saw an article today saying doctors and healthcare experts are changing their minds about whole milk and cheese. And it was saying that consuming full milk products could help stave off diseases and obesity. And I went, what? This flies in the face of all the research that has shown that milk, dairy products is driving the obesity epidemic, that actually it increases things like cancer risk and other health issues. And even in my own clients, makes them sicker whenever they use it. So I looked at what the studies they were actually looking at, and I encourage you to do that. Don't just go with the article, but click on the studies. And this one study says, milk and dairy products, good or bad for human health, an assessment of scientific evidence. And one of the very first background it says is, there's skepticism about the health effects of dairy, which is reflected in the increasing intake of plant-based drinks like soy, rice, and almond or oat milk. So already I see the setup here is they're trying to refute that it's good to use dairy alternatives. So what do? I skip the article and I go right to the end where it shows conflicts of interest. So when you go to the conflicts of interest and funding, you can see one of the people on the article had no conflicts of interest. All of the other ones you can find. So here's one. See, research funding from the Dairy Research Institute and the Danish Agriculture and Food Council. Next person, the Danish Dairy Research Foundation and the Dairy Research Institute. The next person gets funding from the Global Dairy Platform and the Dairy Research Institute and Dairy Australia for meta-analyses on cheese and blood lipids and dairy and mortality. And it goes on from there. So when you look at the conflicts of interest, you can see that this research study was funded by the dairy industry and agriculture, which means they're putting money into trying to find researchers to find ways to show benefits from their product. They have the money to put into this. I mean, they're subsidized and they have a lot of motivation to do so. And oftentimes, data that is not favorable just doesn't get published. So it is very important when you're looking at a study to look at where the funding came from and then decide, is this real research or is this them just trying to change the narrative for their own financial benefit? I hope that helps you. Make sure you read your sources. I'll see you next time.